don't see you guys, I, I do miss you. So I don't know what's going on with our, hey Danielle, with our YouTube. But if you're on YouTube and you're trying to connect with me, just run over to Facebook. Hi, how you guys doing? Quanta Boo Brown is like, what's going on? Nene is saying, hey Pastor, how you doing? And people are saying, what's going on? How you doing? Hey, 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 hey. Hello from California. California, good afternoon. How you doing? In fact, I was supposed to be in California right now, but I had to divert my travel. So I will catch up with California at a later date. I was in meetings for the majority of the day. Priscilla Little is saying hello. Latrice Ryan is over on YouTube. They saying hello. Missy saying, hey, boo. E Beauty Essential saying, hey, how you doing? Erin is saying, good morning, good afternoon. Have you guys set your notifications, because we're going to be doing Car Chronicles on tomorrow? What's up, Braxton family, to all of you? Valentine's Day is coming up. Valentine's Day is coming up. Buffalo, New York, what's going on? Valentine's Day is coming up, and I hear from women all over the world, hollering from South Georgia, what's going on? Get ready to see you in May. Hot Topic Queen, I'll see you in May too. Yes, I'm coming to Atlanta. I'm coming to South Carolina. I'm coming to, I think I'm coming to Wisconsin. I'm coming to South Carolina. You know, but let me just kind of hone in here for a minute. Valentine's Day is coming up, and there are a lot of people who are getting ready for this quote unquote holiday, whether you call it a pagan holiday or not. But it is supposed to be a day of love. It is supposed to be a day where you celebrate the people that you love. Someone said busy and beautiful. Kim Woodard, I am honored. I am both of that to those people who say that. Thank you so much. And it is a day where people are supposed to be celebrating the people that they love, which means it could be a husband, a wife, it could be a child with a parent, it could be a grandparent, whoever you deem worthy of loving. There is a day set aside where you are supposed to celebrate that day collectively. So everyone can celebrate this day that we all know called Valentine's Day. Well, because we're in the church and I want to respect everybody, you look fabulous too, Marlon Dorn. I would like to say, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to allow you to fill in the blanks, because it is one of the most craziest holidays, unbeknownst to man's understanding. And the reason why I say that is because why would you set aside a day to appreciate someone that you should be appreciating every day? So that's why I don't understand this whole Valentine's Day thing. And so what happens now, you have single men and women who are now trying to find someone to cuff with, because Valentine's Day is quickly approaching. It is the most craziest thing to see the emotionalism behind this holiday when it comes down to single women and men and people, Miss Brown Skin, all over the world. Why would you wait for a day to tell someone or show someone that someone said, you be killing me with these topics, Pastor? Nee Royce, listen to me. Come on. Why would you get so discombobulated because someone is not there to celebrate something that, one, you should celebrate yourself, and two, it's fake. It's fake. Because anytime you take your entire life and you delegate one day to show somebody that I love you, we got a problem. You're beautiful too, Juna Thompson. You take one day. You've been acting hellish all year. You can't get them to take out the trash. You can't get them to say something right, do something right, be right. But you take 1 year and you run and you go get flowers. You get candies. You get teddy bears. Kevin said it's so true. You go and you make dinner arrangements when you miss all the other dinner arrangements. You miss holidays. What y'all laughing at? Someone said this is a good topic. You miss birthdays. You miss Roman. You miss every holiday. But you're going to get it right this one day. Tell me, what sense does that make? I'm just asking. Someone said, I look stunning. Thank you, Antoine. You're going to take one day out the year And you're going to try to cram it into 364 days of the year when you should have been on your best behavior. When, might I add, nobody is watching. So everybody is getting crazy. Someone said you go into debt and won't even pay your bills for Valentine's Day. It don't make no sense. There are women and men who are going to be sitting at work waiting for security to say, Charles, you are going to wait. And if they don't show up by the time you hit the clock at 5 o'clock, all hell gonna break loose. When you get home, side check, this ain't your segment of the message. You get your celebration day on the 16th when everything is half price. I do not understand how you're going to display open public affection and open play of adoration on one day. But the rest of the year, you acting like a whole donkey. Okay, y'all laughing. Y'all laughing. Hold on, people. Chris, what's going on? Chris said people are crazy. What about the rest of the year? What about the rest of the year? What about? I talk to women and men all over the world. I had one young lady call me and she was in tears. She was in tears. She was hyperventilating, Minister Leary. She was, because her husband of 30-something odd years forgot her birthday. But the joker always remember Valentine's Day. You've been trying to get your husband or your wife to act right 364 days of the year. But there's one day. How is it that one day has so much power and can cause so much confusion when the rest of the year you act like each other don't even exist? I wait. Sonia said, you dropping mic. I'm going to wait. Why is it that single people, you feel the most horrible during February 14th? Now, somebody said they break up with you before Valentine's Day. Some of you right now, you question your ability, watch this, to be loved. You question your ability to be loved. You question your ability if you are deemed worthy to love based upon one day. You single people, it gets harder for you during Valentine's Day. I don't understand. I do not understand this day. Husbands and wives, you ain't treat your wife right, not near other time. Yeah, you sure didn't. But this one day, you want to act right. It's demonic. I would rather you treat me right 365 days of the year than to front on one. I'm going to say this again. I love you too, Georgia Horton. I would rather you treat me right 365 days of the year than to front on one. Hold on now. You going out and you buying Pandora gonna be around the corner. You can't even afford Gucci, let alone Gucci. But yet and still you gonna act right to get it both. I'm just saying. I speak my truth. What about celebrating somebody all year long? What about celebrating that person all year long? What about celebrating yourself all year long? What about Galentine's Day? That means you and your girlfriends get together and you celebrate the fact that both of you are still here. Let's make this make sense. Who said, I feel theologically, I could go and study anything. But let's get a revelation of one thing. Do not ever wait for somebody to celebrate you. Don't wait for somebody to celebrate you. That's why you matter. You matter. You matter. I'm saying you matter. You matter. Y'all matter. Don't wait for somebody to make you feel like you matter. No, you matter. You matter. You matter. Eat that cupcake. Eat them cookies and buy that shoe because you matter. Don't let somebody dictate how you're supposed to feel because they cannot feel how they're supposed to feel 364 days of the year. But that one day, oh, you're beautiful. That one day, oh, I love you. Oh, that one day, girl, you so sexy. Stop playing. Oh, hold on. You all of a sudden get sexy Valentine's Day. You all of a sudden, you got Valentine's Day money, but yet still you couldn't put gas in my car last week. Hold on. Hold on. Somebody said I just need a cake from the pound cake pusher. Y'all better get y'all cake from the pound cake pusher. Eat cake. Eat that cake, anime. And we wait for people to validate how we supposed to feel about ourselves on one day. We wait for our husbands and our wives to validate us. No, I'm not doing that. I love myself enough to understand that if you cannot value who I am, you gotta go. Yeah. Yeah. I don't care who it is. If Fred don't walk a straight line and act like he got some sense, Fred got to go. Yeah. Yeah, Fred got to go. I don't care who you're married to. If they do not understand that you are supposed to be celebrated around the clock, around not just one day, all year long, then you got to say something got to give. Because I am supposed to be celebrated. Never being anything that make you feel less than. Hold on. Don't soundbite what I say. Get the whole message. Never, ever be comfortable where you're not celebrated. Never, ever be comfortable where you're not celebrated. I don't care who you're married to. Hear me. Hear me. Some of you have gotten yourself in a mental turmoil trying to force somebody to love you. And you mean to tell me that someone said this is an on-time word, and you mean to tell me that God's okay with that? Hold on. You mean to tell me you're okay with that? No, you're not. Let's have girl talk, shall we? It is time for you to celebrate yourself and love yourself, and don't wait for a day to validate who you are. Marriage is like flies on a screen door. Some want to get in and some want to get out. No matter what segment of the message falls in your category, you are worthy to be loved first. First and foremost, there is years and years that you have with yourself that unfortunately you can waste on someone that does not love you or have a notion of who you are. You're a good woman, girl. You're a good man, boy. You're good people. Good people should not waste their time on bad stuff. I don't care who it is. Some of you got to reevaluate who you're connected to. Are they making you feel better or are they making you feel worse? Some of you, this girl said it. Phyllis, she said, I buy my own flowers monthly. Okay, somebody's like, I don't want to buy my own flowers. Why not? Why not? Sometimes you got to celebrate yourself. This is something that I do, and a lot of people don't understand it, but I'm going to say it anyway. Sometimes I become a spiritual camel. A spiritual camel. You know those little things with your two humps? The reason why I say sometimes I'm a spiritual camel is because when a camel goes, oh, he yarns. And when he yarns, he takes the water that's in one of his humps and he regurgitates it so that he could go and he could get his palate moist so he could keep on going through the Sahara, because what he's done is he's taken the water and he recycled it so he could continue walking. Sometimes you've got to be like the camel. You've got to resuscitate yourself so that you can keep on going. But if you are trying to resuscitate yourself on someone else, you just may be subject to fall. You're beautiful too, June Dennis. Some of you have to learn how to do like David did. You got to encourage yourself. Some of you got to be able to say, look, I matter. But some of you, you got to stop the bleeding. Because it's time for you to understand that I am not going to wait for a day to be celebrated. I'm not going to wait for a day to be validated. I'm not going to wait for a day to feel like I matter. I'm not going to wait for a day. I'm not going to wait for you to show me love when I've been waiting for love 364 days of the year. This is buffoonery. buffoonery. It is buffoonery. Having everyone run and go crazy, break their necks, go broke, don't pay bills, run to and do everything on one day. Then the next day you go back to aliens. It don't make no sense. It doesn't make any sense. It makes no sense. You are going to break your tail for one day and then go back to be aliens. Tell me what sense does that make? So, Jessica Nicole's, let's do an even exchange. I would rather you treat me well all year long than to take one day and fake it. And that's what's wrong. People do not understand. We do stuff that doesn't make sense. We fall into being victims of stuff that is temporal. It's temporary. I don't want a temporary day. I need love for a lifetime. Your kids gonna come home from school with a card with macaroni all around it, and they gonna give you that old raggedy card. Someone said, I just got chills. And they gonna say, Mama, happy Valentine's Day. And then they're gonna turn around and cuss you slap out. Or act like you don't even, someone said, won't they? And act like you don't even exist on one day. On one day. Imagine if God treated us good on one day. Imagine if Holy Spirit just loved us on Valentine's Day. Imagine if he just gave you a gift on Valentine's Day. Imagine if he took all of the love on the cross and says you can only get it on Valentine's Day. How would we feel? Ain't nobody making it in the kingdom, nobody. Why don't we really just be honest and take a page out of the good book and understand what he said? He said, this is my commandment, that you love one another, that your joy may be full. And this is why people walk around empty, because they fail to realize that it is not just a day or a holiday. It is a requirement that should last a lifetime. You are supposed to love somebody despite what it is, despite how you feel, despite the brokenness. Your love can help them heal. But the bad thing is when you take a person that loves you for granted because you don't understand the magnitude and the requirement of love. Love is a requirement. Devon Riddle said, thank you, this is good talk. Love is a requirement that is not broken down to a day. Some of you have to make life make sense, and you need to go somewhere and repent. I have not loved you the way I should. I only love you when you could give me something. I only love you when you could help me pay a bill. I only love you when you know, everybody's in love when it feel good. Whether it's your spouse or not, you know what you do out there on social media. Let's be honest, we're all adults, right? Right, wrong, or indifferent, you know what you do and I don't. But God will be the ultimate judge. But suppose he treated you the way you treat your fellow brothers and sisters. Suppose he took his love and just bunched it all up to one day. This is why we're empty. Because the commandment is that you love one another, that your joy may be full, and the people around the world are empty because of their fakeness. You got one day to cram a lifetime of love into one day, and then you go back to being the same way, I'm going to need you to take that day off the calendar, please. I need you to. I'm going to need you to take it off the calendar because it's fake. That you can only show yourself being nice on Valentine's Day. Your husband only wants to be great on Valentine's Day. Your wife want to give you some on Valentine's Day. It is the stupidest thing I've ever. But if you meet somebody that's good to you all year round, and they're good to you despite what it is, that is supposed to be celebrated forever. I am Jameliah Gooden. And every time you click my button, baby, I promise you, I will always tell you the truth. And so, forget Valentine's Day. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Love is supposed to last a lifetime and to be displayed every day. And it is not only to be designated for one day called Valentine's Day. You're wrong for that. Love ya. See you in the morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye.